We begin tonight in Philadelphia. First responders searched through burning cars, damaged homes, and charred debris today, trying to determine what caused a medical jet to crash on a busy city street. 7 people are dead, more than a dozen are hurt. CBS News' Madeline Wright has the latest on this developing story.
The small plane carrying 6 people, including a child who had undergone treatment at a Philadelphia hospital, crashed shortly after takeoff Friday night.
I know that the good people of Northeast Philadelphia this morning, as daybreak came, walked out from their homes, came down from their stoops, and saw carnage in their communities, saw fuselage, saw destruction, and saw things that no one should ever have to experience in their neighborhoods.
Witnesses described a huge fireball amid the tragedy in the densely populated Philadelphia neighborhood.
When I heard a loud bang, my wife called me out she said, "Babe, come outside. There's something happened." A flash out of nowhere came up.
It's very scary, especially since the other day there was another plane crash with a helicopter. 2 days in a row, basically. It's just unheard of.
Authorities are working desperately to find any other casualties on the ground as they go house to house to inspect the dwellings in the area.
This remains an ongoing investigation, so the situation remains fluid and active.
Of the 6 people on board the Learjet, 1 was a girl who had just completed treatment at Shriners Children's Hospital. Officials say her mother and 4 crew members were also on board. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said all the victims were from Mexico. Madeline Wright, CBS News, Philadelphia.
And authorities say a total of 19 people were hurt. They warned that casualty numbers on the ground could rise in the coming days.
One of the passengers on the plane that crashed into the Potomac was a graduate of Bob Jones University in Greenville. 7 News' Taylor Farmer shares the story of how greatly Casey Craftton was loved.
The president here at Bob Jones University tells me one of their alumni was on that American Airlines flight that crashed headed into Washington, D.C.
Casey Craftton, a 2008 Bob Jones University graduate, was among the 64 people who lost their lives. Loved by the Bob Jones community, those who knew him say they are in disbelief.
It's still kind of hard to kind of wrap my brain around.
Jonathan Elkin, a friend of Craftton since elementary school and a fellow BJU graduate, said when they were kids, their families were very close, and Casey's parents were like his second set of parents.
They were actually my second parents. At least that's what I called them.
Elkin described their childhood as some of the best memories of his life. Whether that was pulling a neighborhood prank or just playing ball, Elkin remembers the smile Craftton brought to everyone he encountered.
You remember people by the things that you do and the way you respond to things, and Casey's smile was legitimately infectious.
Craftton isn't only remembered well by old friends, but also by the president of Bob Jones University, Josh Crockett, who taught Craftton in Communication 101.
I reached out to Casey's wife, Rachel. They have 3 little boys, and just let her know how much we loved Casey at BJU, how proud we are of him.
Craftton is survived by his wife and their 3 children. Elkin says as a parent himself, his heart breaks for those young boys, but hopes they can remember how great of a father his friend was.
I just hope that they will be able to grow up and remember the good times and appreciate the things that he did for his family and the sacrifices he made for, his wife and kids.
Those here at Bob Jones University tell me they are praying for peace for Craftton's family and friends during this unimaginably difficult time. In Greenville, Taylor Farmer, 7 News.
Several Good Samaritans jumped into action after they saw a tractor trailer crash into a barrier wall on I-85 yesterday. 7 News' Ariana Meadows spoke to a bystander who saw it all unfold and caught it on video.
I'm here at mile marker 43 where Good Samaritans came to rescue what they say was an unconscious driver.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing happen. It was pretty jarring.
Robert Anderson says he was driving on I-85 when he saw the crash.
So basically the driver looked like he kind of lost control and then just smacked head on right into that barrier.
Anderson says there were about 15 people who pulled off on the side of the road to help. As you can see in this video, a man broke the passenger window, then climbed onto the front of the truck to unlock the door. He finally gets the door to unlock, opens the door, then reaches over to the driver's side.
I'd always been telling myself I'm kind of glad I never saw like a wreck on the interstate, but to actually see one in person was like kind of jaw-dropping.
More passengers are seen walking up to the truck.
Worried about his condition. Didn't know what exactly happened to him, but it seemed like he was, kind of out of it or unconscious. And so they were kind of frantic to get to him. So I was just kind of worried about his condition overall.
Anderson says he is glad to see that there are still people out there who are willing to help others.
It's a good sign that there's still some faith in humanity, that people actually care about, their neighbors, their strangers that, are next to them. So it's a good thing to see that people still care for each other.
Anderson tells us even in the midst of chaos, he learned a valuable lesson he will always remember.
If you do see something, you see someone's in danger or you think they may be in danger, just check out what's going on and see if you can help or see if you can find some help for them.
In Greenville, Ariana Meadows, 7 News.
Incredible. We did reach out to Highway Patrol and the Greenville County Sheriff's Office to check on the driver's condition, but we've not heard back yet.
Today, Belton middle schoolers got a chance to see the consequences of driving under the influence or distracted driving.
Ariana Meadows has a closer look. We want to warn you, some of the video may be hard to watch.
Several law enforcement agencies are here teaching Belton middle schoolers a valuable lesson.
Students tried on goggles, showing them what it's like to be under the influence.
Don't drink and drive. It's bad. It's bad for your health and others' safety.
Several first responders created a mock scenario of a crash caused by a drunk driver. During the demonstration, paramedics rushed to the scene, saw the unconscious driver with life-threatening injuries to her head. Then, Life Flight was called to take her to the hospital.
I was worrying about her, even though it was fake, but just imagining that was actually, that could be real, it's scary to think about that.
Students tell us they realize drinking and driving or driving while distracted is never worth it.
You'd rather call your parents than them get a knock on the door that you have passed away or that you have caused somebody else to pass away, and really every decision you make on the road can impact you or somebody else.
The coroner's office says in 2022, there were more than 13,500 deaths in the United States related to accidents while driving under the influence.
That's pretty strong statistics. That equates to roughly 37 people a day or somebody dying every 39 minutes. Those are all preventable deaths.
The fire department says these kids will soon learn how to drive. Now is the time to show them the consequences of what could happen.
The days of us standing in front of a group of kids inside the building in a comfortable classroom and just saying, these are the things you should do. Now we can come out here and show, and we give you the why behind it. This is why we're stressing being safe, because of the damage to this vehicle.
This is the 3rd annual mock wreck the fire department, sheriff's office, and South Carolina Highway Patrol have hosted. In Belton, Ariana Meadows, 7 News.